How's it going, guys? James Piscopo here, realtor with Bauer Group. Today we are out showing a rental. Nice little house in Newport News, pretty centrally located. You're about 10 minutes from the city center, maybe not even that. About the same from the hospital and some parks. About 15 minutes from Fort Eustis. Nice little house, nice little backyard. It does have some cosmetic stuff going on the interior. It's an older house and they haven't done a lot of renovating, and there's odds and ends that could use like paint and stuff like that, but overall the floor plan's pretty decent. The square footage is pretty good. The neighborhood is good as well. So all of those things are a plus. Has a garage. It's one of those 60s houses that has like the two dens, and we'll get in and take a look. I am kind of rushing this video because the listing agent's son is here. They're waiting for the owner to get here, and I have a feeling I'm going to get halfway through the video and they're going to interrupt. So we're going to be somewhat brief on this one. I apologize. Into the home. I have a little shoe area, mud area here, some storage on our right. To our left, we have a living room. To our right, we have a dining room. Kitchen is straight ahead, and then we have a second den over on that side. Upstairs is our living area, so bedrooms and bath, and then there's also a half bath down here as well. Starting out in the dining room, which is the smallest of the three rooms downstairs, I believe. It's still a decent sized room though. I mean, 6 to 8 person table shouldn't be an issue. Paint and everything looks good in here. The only kind of paint flaws that I saw that were pretty glaring were like upstairs there, where you can see there's a piece of frame missing. And like I said, there's some datedness in the bathrooms and stuff, but it's a 60s house, so that's to be expected. Nice big room here. So I guess this would be, used as a living room probably. You'd get a big sectional, big TV on the wall. Absolutely no problem. I'll give you perspective from the other side here. It really is a big room. Tons of space in this house. The upstairs rooms are nice, decent size as well. Here's our den, right? Yeah. Call it a den because it's got the fireplace. I did try to get the light to turn on, but it did not. It didn't pull the switch, so it might just be that. But nice room here. Some nice light coming in from the backyard. The windows are pretty. Not a ton of light coming in through there though, because you got big old trees back there. Personally, I like trees. I'm a nature kind of guy, so I like it when there's some greenery in the backyard. Coming through to the kitchen here. It's a nice kitchen. The cabinetry is nice. The countertops and the linoleum flooring is a little bit dated, obviously, but space-wise, it's pretty nice in here. Tons of cabinetry and storage space. Really, really good amount. And then, of course, you have their island here that has your stove. Try to give you some room here. Give you a decent view. And through here, we have the bathroom and the garage. This was the first room that we looked at. So the floor plan down on the bottom, right? You walk in through the front door here, and it wraps around. Our owner has just got here, so I may have to pause the video in just a moment, but we'll carry on until I'm interrupted. Laundry room here, right? Obviously, and then our bathroom here on our right side. This is just a half bath, nothing fancy, and it's the same design in the rest of the house as well. That brownish greenish tile that is just beautiful, lovely. Garage here, decent size. It could use some paint for sure, right? Like paint here and make it nice if they'll allow you. But decent sized garage, tons of storage. And that garage, on the door on the back side of the garage leads to the backyard. Going upstairs, y'all. They're out there dilly-dallying, and hopefully we can wrap this up without us bothering them. Heading on up. This was like the worst that I saw paint flaws and stuff like that, and that's kind of somewhat typical because stairs are a pain in the butt to move furniture down, so you always end up messing up the walls. The rest of the house looked pretty good. I mean, it could use a little bit of a clean. There's some minor flaws here and there. Get on up. Right here was the biggest one that I saw. See it here. And at some time I had to work on the bathtub, and that's what this is. This is an access for the piping on the opposite side, and it doesn't look very pretty. I did like when you come up here, there's a nice little area, right? So you don't just, kind of gives you a little bit of a threshold. It doesn't just break it up to where you walk up and you're immediately walking into a bedroom, which I kind of appreciate. We have some storage right here. Not much, just a little bit. It's maybe 2 feet deep by 5 feet wide, 6 feet wide. Here's our bathroom. She is from 1960, and boy, can you tell it. When my wife and I bought our house, one of ours was just like this, but purple, and the upstairs one is Pepto-Bismol. We renovated the bottom bathroom. It looks completely modern. The upstairs one we just kind of painted and put some nice vanities and stuff, and it looks kind of neat. First bedroom here, smallest of the 4. It's a decent sized room. You could get a king in here, but it's going to be tight, right? You'd have to put it this way. But you could do it. I'm just not sure you would want to, you know? The rest of the rooms, or you could get a king size bed in without issue. Decent look there. Roof and stuff looked pretty good from the street. Same with the siding and the brick. Just when I did my little bit of a walk around, I didn't see anything crazy. Closets are actually decent sized in this home too. A lot of these 1960s houses, excuse me, they have these little tiny little shoe closets. You know, you can't even hang anything up in them. So it's nice to see that this one's good. Flooring throughout the house is pretty mint, to be honest. It's got like wear and tear of it being 60 years old, but generally speaking, it's pretty good. I'm not really seeing anything that's grossing me out or being like, dang, that has to be replaced, you know? Just standard wear and tear, kind of dirty stuff, right? Like the paint in here, little tape marks, stuff like that. Up top here, drywall taped off, and things of that nature. Which might not be the biggest concern to most renters, because it's like one of those things where it's like, hey, it's not my house, you know? But if you are living here, it's something that you have to look at every single day, so it's worth noting. Second bedroom here, of course. Front of the house, rear of the house. So the master bedroom is on the back side, and your 2 bedrooms here are on the front side. Decent closet. 2 feet, 3 feet deep by 6 feet wide. Standard size, nothing fancy. Master is to my left, primary, which we'll save for last. This is the second largest room, which is like a pretty decent room. Hey, everything always looks smaller on the camera, remember that. But it's a decent sized room. A king size bed here, and like room to do cartwheels on both sides, you know? But decent. Closet, kind of smaller than the other one, because you gotta think the other closet is on the other side of this wall, right? So there's one closet, there's your other closet, and you have a door there. So this one's not as wide, it is the same amount of depth. And primary master, woo! So if it was me, like this house, it's not a lot of light in here. And part of that is because the curtains and the blinds, you know, so that could be a very easy cosmetic upgrade to get some light into these rooms, show off the floor, because I mean, it's pretty. It is certainly pretty. It's just a little gloomy in here. Big old room, king size bed right here, no problem for end tables. King size bed right there, no problem for anything, TV on the wall, however you want to do it. Tons and tons of space in here. You have a bed and a couch in this room. And I'm not sure if you can see peeking through that door over there, but we have more beige. We have more beige tile and more laminate countertops. And, you know, more simple, just a mirror, no vanity. So very dated, right? 1960s chic is what we got here. Not a ton of flaws though. I mean, and I'll look around the other bathtub real quick before we end the video, but like the caulking looks good. I'm not seeing any cracking in the tile or anything like that. There is some discoloration of these tiles right here, which is kind of weird. And now that I said I'm not seeing cracks, I do see some cracks. So, and the floor, actually, you might be able to see it on camera. We do have a little bit of sinking on this side, which is, you know, somewhat normal for these older homes. But that's it. That's our master bath. Here's our master bedroom. And remember, we had 3 bedrooms on the front side of the house. 2 and 3. I'll give you a little view out at the front. It's a nice neighborhood, hey. Like, it is pretty. The houses are nice around here. People take care of your stuff. It is nice. I would live in this neighborhood. There's that bathroom, our storage. Take a better look, see if I can see any. Yeah, so we do have some cracking here. And we got some loose tiles there. Some cracking here as well. Other than that, good to go. And that's it, guys. Have any questions? Feel free to give me a call. I'm here for you. And I appreciate you tagging along with me today. Bye now.